Being an adult means understanding why Darth Vader choked someone during a work meeting. I'm a person, and my name is Anakin. We did 20 takes, and that was the best one. Add the word dude to the beginning of a Star Wars quote. Dude, I was going into Tosh Station to pick up some power converters. If people don't agree, then they should be made to. But that sounds like a dictatorship. Well, if it works. I'm a Star Wars fan. Like my father before me. Kathleen Kennedy leaves Lucasfilm after 14 years. Dave Filoni and Lin-Wen Brennan named new Star Wars overlords. Your Highness, the transmission we received. What is it they've sent us? Hope. You know, this is not like a series of books like Harry Potter, where you've already got a template of what the stories might be. Sure, Kathy. This is brilliant. But I like this. We're broken up. Well, may divorce be with you. Star Wars shake-up. Dave Filoni and Lin-Wen Brennan new Lucasfilm presidents as Kathleen Kennedy returns to producing. This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them. Star Wars Galactic Racer. Star Wars fans. Fate of the Old Republic. Star Wars Zero Company. The US is talking about invading Greenland. But that would destroy NATO. Rebels over-rely on starfighters and stolen gear. Without them, their arm is useless. Should we tell Han? You are part of this family, but the books are closed. This is bullshit. T. It's true. All of it. Even Achi and the holographic jesters? We don't talk about that. One day I'll be dead and never have to peep again. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for Bix. Now. Breaking news. More to join Council of Peace. Count Dooku demands only 1 billion credits in exchange for membership. Driver attempts to destroy giant snowman, not realizing it's built on a large tree trunk. The snowman. The car. Why does Rebels Anakin look like he's from The Sims? Rogue One, 2016. Project codenames, Stellar Sphere, Mark Omega, Pax Aurora, War Mantle, The Bad Batch, 2021. What is the status of Project War Mantle? On schedule, sir. Our top recruits are here to begin their training. Obi-Wan. Yoda. We should not kill clones. They fought battles with us. They are your friends. Ahsoka. How would you react if I asked you out? I would say yes. Do you wanna go out with me? No. You were deceived. Jeff Bezos and Sir Richard Branson not yet astronauts. US says. You went to space, but we do not grant you the rank of astronaut. Luke crashes his X-Wing into the swamp. Yoda, who has been living peacefully and undisturbed for nearly 22 years. Palpatine being a master jeweler, powerful force user, unrivaled manipulator, and ruling the galaxy, electrocuting himself at the end of every trilogy. Dom, what are you doing? The dark side is no match for family. I always knew that Palpatine was a Sith Lord, and you waited until now to mention it? Well, I thought it was obvious. Anakin repents at last minute, goes to Jedi heaven. All those younglings he murdered. For sale, Star Wars TIE Fighter rolling chassis, needs cab and new hyperdrive, serious offers only, no low ballers. I know what I have. May trade for late model 8080. Henceforth, you shall be as Darth Vader. Are you making your voice deeper? Wah, what? No, this is my real voice. You may be cool, but you'll never be. Mando wielding the Darksaber, Beskar staff over his back, carrying Baby Yoda in his arms, leading a defeated Moff Gideon into his own ship's bridge. Cool. We've established the new republic. You're gonna militarize it, right? Right? When none of the main characters are in your lot. So if I just want to move this table a bit, it won't stack up. The whole document? It won't stack up. The whole document, right? Have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? Who the duck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down. Enters password. Incorrect password. Incorrect password. Incorrect password. Resets password. New password cannot be your old password. If Wookiees have a 400-year lifespan, then Han Solo is basically like Chewbacca's third dog. Han would have lived longer if Chewie had gotten him neutered. I got Alderaan. It's gone. Well, you can't expect it to stick around all day. Rebel scram. Friends, Iron Man's death was the saddest in movie history. Me, wrong. Actual saddest death in movie history. When I'm walking to my bed, after turning off the lights, I'm one with the Force. The Force is with me. Obi-Wan when Anakin and Padme start flirting with each other. May I ask why you felt little Tiffany deserved to die? The Bad Batch. Episode 1. 71 minutes. Episode 2. 27 minutes. Episode 3. 25 minutes. Episode 4. 23 minutes. R2, we need to be going up, not down. Dave Filoni gets promoted as creative executive director. Tell me he's the chosen one. He is. He will avenge us. Palpatine. Soon I will be able to turn Luke Skywalker to the dark side and make him a Sith. Vader remembering the rule of 2. Say psych right now. I have 3 chickens. Kylo Hen, Hen Solo, and Hen All Clucks. I was hoping for Henobi. Palpatine. Do it. Anakin's moral code. Hey, Anakin. Just calling you, since I totally forgot youngling Jedis were a thing. Of course we can just re-educate them or something. You did what? The Republic. Clones are better than droids, because droids can be programmed to do terrible things. The Kaminoans making clone protocols. If the bridge is destroyed, we'll all be annihilated in the cold, dark vacuum of space. Not me, I can survive in space. Co-workers ask me one simple question about Star Wars. Me for the next 3 hours. Drive-through, will that be all? Me, the First Order was only the beginning. Star Wars fans after episode 1 of the Bad Batch. Fans, I love you. I know. Star Wars week. May the 4th be with you. There's always a bigger 5th. Revenge of the 6th. I'm the 7th. That's Snow Moon. 8's a space station. A 9 addition to my collection. It's treason 10. 11 PM. Just one more YouTube video. Then I'm going to sleep. 3 AM. Count Dooku. So glad we are going to try to turn Anakin to the dark side. The 3 of us will make a great team. Darth Sidious. You know the rules, and so do I. Anakin, the Force surrounds you. Rey, Arla Sekira, let it guide you. Ahsoka Tano, as it guided us. Mace Windu, but we do not grant you the rank of Master. Who are you? Mayor he, Mayor who, Mayor haha. Celebrities meeting their celebrity idols. Adam, when I was 2, I wrote Mark Hamill a letter inviting him to my birthday party. Star Wars music. Adam, no ducking way. Audience cheers. Adam, are you serious? Mark, I'm sorry I missed your birthday. Adam, this really is one of the best moments of my life. Walter White. Doesn't have hair. Lung problems. Constant coughs. Lives in a universe where Giancarlo Esposito plays a villain. Gus Fring. General Grievous. Doesn't have hair. Lung problems. Constant coughs. Lives in a universe where Giancarlo Esposito plays a villain. Moff Gideon. Me seeing my parents try to do anything on the computer. Use my knowledge. I beg you. Obi-Wan saying D. Obi-Wan saying democracy. Interviewer, it says here you know how to PowerPoint. Harrison Ford, yes. Interviewer, show me. Harrison Ford. She definitely has the look of someone who got ready to pose for a photo with Boba Fett and suddenly found themselves posing for a photo with Harry Potter. For Dawn, terror isn't a weapon the Jedi use. Meanwhile the Jedi, you hear that? That's sound of 1,000 terrible things heading this way. If they find us, they will crush us, grind us into tiny pieces, and blast us into oblivion. I'm the Senate. Well, I didn't vote for you. I'm still not sure about the beard. It hides too much of your handsome face. Duck, go back. R2-D2 if droids could get medals. Hayden, why are you returning to Star Wars? Because of Obi-Wan. The Top Gear in 2, but it's made with Attack of the Clones. Tonight, Anakin drives a rhino, Palpatine loves democracy, and Boba gets ahead of himself. Darth Maul ignites his second blade, John William and his orchestra. Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine actors make surprise children's hospital visit. This is found Raiders of the Lost Ark. When you come back to the multiplayer game you used to play with your boys, but you only find empty lobbies. Anyone else working from home in Coruscant wonder what's up at the Jedi Temple today? What shall we do, sir? Just use some spare parts. Do or do not. There is no try. What's wrong with trying? Don't try it. Trust me. After bulking Suez Canal, now they bulking highway in Taiwan too. I think Evergreen is a Sith Lord. Because we all need it. Here's what happens when a cat touches a plasma ball. I watched this entire trilogy twice and still have no ducking idea what's going on. The Delta of Ponkrell. It's like Order 66, but justified. Disney, it's Bad Batch, not Clone Wars Season 8. Dave Filoni. Welcome to Wendy's. Can I take your order? Hey, can you see cute? Hehe. Order 66. As you command. Pew pew pew. Kirsch, you did this. Anakin on the way to become a master. Killing Mace Windu and hundreds of other Jedi. Still ending up in heaven. When you are playing heroes versus villains in Battlefront 2, oh, you've got to be shutting more. What the hell, guys? My own troops just, come back later. Palpatine. Clone Wars. Palpatine. Clone Wars. Is that legal? Dang it, it isn't. Cancel the invasion. Yoda's wisdom. Qui-Gon's ideology. Obi-Wan's discipline. Ahsoka's compassion. Anakin's ferocity and power. Luke in A New Hope. Luke in The Empire Strikes Back. Luke in Return of the Jedi. Luke in The Mandalorian. Teacher, you were supposed to write about tragedies. Me, yes. Teacher, who is Darth Plagueis? It's over, father. Don't you say it. I have the high Greer. Come here, you little she. If Mace Windu had survived and met up with Darth Vader, perhaps I seated you too harshly. It's over, Anakin. Star Wars Return of the Jedi, 1983. Just realized Darth Vader says Obi-Wan has taught you well, after looking up and seeing that Luke has the high ground. See cute Order 66. Rex. Cody. The boss I wish I had at work. The boss I actually have at work. At the age of 19, Padme Amidala was the queen of a planet and had already saved her people from total crisis. At the age of 19, Anakin Skywalker was married and a general in a galaxy-wide war and was considered to be one of the most powerful Jedi in history. At the age of 19, Leia Organa was a senator in the Imperial Senate as well as a leader and spy for the rebellion. At the age of 19, Luke was making vroom vroom noises with his toy planes. You gain control of J.K. Rowling's Twitter account for a day. What unnecessary piece of information do you add to Harry Potter lore? Witches and wizards have microscopic beings called magi-chlorians that live within their bodies, which grant them access to magic. You monster. I don't want to talk about my past. There is so much more we can talk about out here. Like the sand. Anakin, listen here, you little shut. Did you know? Count Dooku and Grand Moff Tarkin were best friends in real life. Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing were in 24 movies together, and they once got kicked out of a movie theater for laughing too hard while watching Looney Tunes. It's a lightsaber? That's not just any lightsaber, it's the Youngling Slayer 2000. Me about to speak in flawless Geonosian. My parents at the dinner table. Today I learned, if wasps decide they don't like you, they drop pheromones on you, so that other wasps don't like you either. He doesn't like you. I don't like you either. Obi-Wan, I hope my children have a good relationship growing up. That still only counts as one. Sequel fans, original trilogy fans, prequel fans, everything Star Wars fans, no, original trilogy fans, sequel fans, prequel fans, this is barbaric. Everything Star Wars fans, this is no way for grown men to settle. Everything Star Wars fans, oh, fine. Let's just haul out our swords and start banging away each other. This will solve everything. Casual fans, how'd this go all screwy? Well, you see, original trilogy fans can't accept anything new or different. Prequel fans and sequel fans think their trilogy is the better successor, and fans of all of it are trying to get them to see the good in it all, to no avail. That's a real shame, innit? Rey, I can bulk lightning with 2 lightsabers. Mace, Hap, I can do it with 1. Yoda, no lightsabers, I need him. Luke, wait, you guys can bulk lightning? When you slaughter 40 dark troopers with a lightsaber and telekinesis, and someone asks if you're a Jedi. Obi-Wan, follow Dooku. Anakin, put the ship down now. The clones piloting the ship. Reminder that Ewan McGregor could have played James Bond in 2006, but he refused because he didn't want people to only see him as one specific character. Plays Obi-Wan, and even 15 years later, people think of him when they see him. Wait a minute, how did this happen? We are smarter than this. Liam Neeson says horse in new film knew him from another movie. The horse, Qui-Gon. The Daft Punk split up was really heartbreaking. Liam Neeson apparently was a danger on set because the Jedi have like 4 basic moves, but he was trained for sword fighting for Oberoi, so he would wave his plastic sword in new and interesting ways that would not be choreographed, but were traditional actual ways to fight with a sword. To be fair, that does sound like something Qui-Gon would do. Between Liam actually knowing what he was doing and Ewan not being able to stop himself from making lightsaber noises, it's a wonder the Phantom Menace got made at all. You could at least wear a helmet. You know, that's actually not a bad idea. Star Wars, The Mandalorian. Me, watches Attack of the Clone with my girlfriend. My girlfriend, oh my god, those younglings are so cute. Me, who knows what happens to them in the next episode. Godzilla vs Kong. Godzilla vs Kong. Ahsoka when the clones turned on the Jedi. I don't want to hurt them. Yoda when the clones turned on the Jedi. Where the fun begins. This is. It's time for you to go. Was I a good Jedi? No. I'm told you ate the frog lady's eggs. You're going to jail. Teacher, you can't hear a picture. Star Wars fans. My friend, you're telling me that the events of all the Star Wars movies took place because Qui-Gon was just trying to fix a ship? Me, it's an oversimplification of events, but yes. Seize Millennium Falcon. Blow that piece of junk out of the sky. What is my bidding, my master? There is a great disturbance in the Force. My master, I believe you have a filter turned on. I don't know how to remove it. I'm here, live. I'm not a cat. Welcome back to my channel. Today I will be unboxing a few new fine additions. Oh, unboxing. As you can see, Roger additions. This model is still in its original packaging, with a little damage from shipping. Not too bad. Let's get this open. Hey, your 1970s Star Wars merchandise, and your 2020s Star Wars merchandise, bro. Padme in labor, where's Anakin? Obi-Wan. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a member of the Imperial Senate on a diplomatic mission to Alderaan. Vader after watching Rogue One. Fairy tales as told by Disney, their original German version. Is this a transmission of Dell's star plans? Yup. And this is your ship? Yup. I found these plans on this ship, so you must have received these transmissions. Makes sense to me. Then you admit you're a rebel. I don't know what you're talking about. Right, crop top. Who wore it better? Hey, I know a guy who can do it cheaper. Grainy camera footage of a green lightsaber. Moff Gideon. Rey heals lightsaber stab wound. Obi-Wan Qui-Gon's Force Ghost. Deleted scene from Rogue One 2016. Kaboom. Yes, Krennic. Kaboom. Canada. You guys okay down there? Everything's perfectly alright now. We are fine. We're all fine here. How are you? Friend who thinks The Mandalorian is the first good Star Wars TV show. I want you to look at something. Clone Wars. Mando accidentally becoming the rightful ruler of Mandalore. Mando begging grief for a better bounty. Let the past die. Kill it if you have to. Me. 2020. The post asked readers to come up with a word or phrase to describe 2020. A 9-year-old and Mitch nails it. Like looking both ways before crossing the street and then getting hit by a submarine. Bounty posters. Bruh, the show confirmed Boba Fett is a Mandalorian again. But you just cope. Boba Fett, you are not a Mandalorian. Never said I was. Dark Troopers start powering up. Ludwig Göransson. I'm upset that Hayden is returning as Vader. Who the duck said that? Baby Yoda, there are too many of them. What are we going to do? C-3PO joking about losing his head. Boba Fett 4 feet away. Petition to replace Amber with Yaddle for Aquaman 2. Pads, the dog they said they didn't want. Order 66 happens. Ahsoka, set your weapons to stun. I don't want to kill anyone. Yoda. And the last thing I saw were the eyes of a frightened boy whose master had failed him.